Welcome to SABC News Bournemouth, your local news station where all your stories matter to us, but only if it's worth covering. Introducing your award-winning British news team, outdoor reporter Andrew Fontana, weatherman Andy Tamland, and three-time best-dressed news anchor Barry Burgundy.
Good evening, my fellow scholars. I'm Barry Burgundy for SABC News, and welcome to our Christmas special. Let's see what's happening in your town tonight. First, we go live to the New Forest, where we've had reports coming in of a sighting of a Bigfoot. Yes, as ever, our experienced man in the field is there for us, looking at those bushes and tight holes. Andrew, what can you tell us? What's going on out in the New Forest?
I just need to shake it out just a little. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, people, I'm sorry. Yes, Barry, thank you very much for welcoming me here today. This is Andy Boland reporting live from the New Forest, people. Here I am in my bright orange top, as you can see, hunting Bigfoot. Today, we have had some sightings of the big hairy one. I've got interviews with Mr. Aaron Tiger and Mr. Steve Captain America Rogers.
Now, Andy, can we believe these reports? Last time I saw something that horrible was when I believe I pulled a woman in a downtown strip bar in Portland.
Well, my gosh, Barry, I was there too, and hell yeah, you got that right, and her bush was as tight as this forest. Cha-ching! It was a $1 hole, baby, a $1 hole. Well, speaking to both sets of wives, Miss Stacey Rogers, and quickly followed by Miss Janine Tiger, we can safely assume that these guys are experienced hunters. They generally hunt video poker in the evenings. Aaron, Mr. Tiger, he likes to spit on the floor, especially in the strip joint. He's also well known for having drinking competitions with his father, the Dark Lord, John Tiger. Steve, on the other hand, with Miss Stacey Rogers, tends to spend most of his weekends hunting game. He has a rather large bow and an even bigger arrow. That's what she said, baby.
Thank you, Andrew.
Why, thank you,
Great
Barry.
reporting in
Thank
the
you very
field there. I'm glad I'm not in the New Forest with any hairy monsters. The only thing hairy in the studio is my ridiculously youthful tash. So moving on to the weather in Bournemouth tonight. Our weather update tonight comes from our only Andrew Tamland. Andrew, these peaks look damn sexy from here. How is it where you are?
Well, thank you very much, Barry. Yes, as you can see, the top end towards the North Pole, as you'd expect, it's rather cold. As we move down south towards the equator, we start to get much warmer in this tropical region. As we progress north, following the cloud pattern, you can clearly see it is a little bit chilly. Please take a look at my nipples. My nipples. Oh. Over to you, Mr. Burgundy.
Thank you, Mr. Tamland. Fantastic report there. Now, many of you may not know this, but Mr. Tamland has very strong and supple but very tall legs. I've taken an interest in climbing the Eiffel Tower recently. His legs are very much like the Eiffel Tower. I'd like to climb his legs sometimes because I hear the view is something very special. But enough of my personal life, moving on. Let's go on to our second story of the night. So we've just had this breaking story in, some information that the Duchess of Cornwall has had the second royal baby, very recently after the first royal baby. And the name has just been announced. Yes, it's Prince Jamal of Washington. Now, I believe Andy is there for us. Andy, can you tell me some more, please?
Why, thank you, Barry. I'm outside Buckingham Palace here on behalf of 95.55555 KLM, Fox News, CNBC, NBC, Fox Sports Network. Barry, we've had some great news this morning. If you're from England and you like the royal family, I'm pleased to say that Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cornwall, yes, that's right, the Duchess of Cornwall, she has had a baby. It is Prince Jamal of Washington. The reports that we've had have been most favorable this morning. I believe that they're spending most of the time in a retreat somewhere on a lake. That lake is built on an Indian reservation ground, so there should be a casino. And in this lake, they're eating s'mores, they're swimming, they're fishing, and the lake is located somewhere around Washington, which could be the inspiration for the name. So Barry, I have to absolutely say that everybody's so happy. So happy. It's Dave! No, it's not. It's Jamal. Prince Jamal of Washington, people. Over to you in the studio. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Andy, for that fantastic sudden report. Andy's been getting around for us today, a bit like he did at that strip bar in America. But moving on from personal things, it's good to see that the British monarchy are keeping up the tradition of the royal names from the long descended line we have. Well, that's all we have time for here today. Andrew, come and join me. Yes, that's all we've got time for here at SABC News from our Christmas special. Next week we're off to play some street soccer from our friends at UK Academy Soccer. Those lovely chaps who travel around Oregon and Washington. But from all of us here in the studio, there's one more thing to say. You stay classy, America.
From all of us here at SABC News, a big happy Christmas to all of our friends.